Hello Sagittarius, and welcome to July 2020, at least the second half. I have some good news. By the time this video comes out, it will be, I believe, July 12th, and Mercury will be going direct. So if you've been having a bit of a tough time, especially any sort of miscommunication or technical difficulties, that should be lightening up. And actually, starting on that date and moving forward, a lot of really positive astrological aspects are coming into play. We have a new moon in Cancer on the 20th, which is a really beautiful placement for the moon because it rules Cancer. That's a really nice emotional sort of comfy place. And a new moon is great for making new goals. So think about maybe what you want to bring in over the next month. And then at the end of the month, we have Jupiter sextile Neptune, which is another emotionally positive transit. It also sometimes brings some good luck. So look forward to the second half of July, my friends. All right, Sag, let's see what the cards have in store for you this month. Okay, interesting. Right away, we have two of the major healing cards that I have in the deck, okay? So this is where we're starting. And what this is saying to me is that, like I said, if you've been having a bit of a rough time lately, or even if not, there is this call to self-care and prioritizing yourself over others, especially if you've been stressed out. Like I said, it should be getting a little easier as the month goes on. If any of you have been in some frustrating situations or stressful situations, but you can always use your creativity and your ability to take care of yourself to move yourself forward. And I love your outcome this month. It is very much a beautiful energy of magnetizing to yourself what you need. It's interesting because this energy, I did another reading and it had a very similar energy. So I think that there's this call, especially with all this water energy coming in towards the end of the month and emotional energy, to not be so outwardly directed or so like ambitious in terms of like going after what you want, but more magnetizing to yourself what you want, right? So if you want to feel better, then rest. If you want to draw people in, then reach out. You don't need to pursue them. Just say, hey, I'm thinking about you and I'm here for you, and they'll come your way. And, in the unseen world, you can also do visualizing and vision boards and prayer and things like that to really help shift maybe some things that have been stuck. And I call that cosmic technology, and I absolutely see it work all the time. So, and this is very much a creative energy too. And I love it because you sort of go from, there is, like I said, starting out here, some stuck energy, and it moves into first of all, making a decision about something. And the minute you do that and take a step towards a new direction, you're going to be recognized, and then you magnetize to yourself what you need. So I would say don't force anything, but if you've really been sitting on the fence, that by the end of this month, you may get to a place where you feel like, oh, yeah, now it's time to make that decision. I did my research, I sat back, I took space for myself, I thought about it, and now I'm going to make that decision, and there's going to be a breakthrough. And that's when things start moving, and that really is when you can start pulling things to yourself. Now, in your love relationship here, there's a couple scenarios here that could be happening around you and with you when it comes to relationship. But before I get there, you are being represented as the Strength card in relationship this month. This is a beautiful card to be. This really is about believing in yourself and believing in your own abilities and your self-worth, and your own words. So speak your truth, especially if you get into any sticky relationship situations this month. Because for some of you, you may be dealing with someone close to you who has an addiction problem. And if that's the case, that may be what we're talking about here with, needing to step back, take care of yourself, gather your strength and speak your truth, right? And if that's the case, you don't want to be codependent. And for others of you, you may be dealing with someone, a power situation that has an addictive quality, and you're going to want to gather your strength for that. For the lucky few, you may be involved in a really passionate, sensual relationship that is going to move forward in space together. And if that's healthy, then you're lucky. But the energy we're talking about in love for you this month is deep, and it can go either way, because love in itself is an addiction. And, it can be healthy and manageable, or it can be unhealthy. So that's for you to decide. Now, I feel like because it's ending on such a good note, for many of you it will be a positive. And for many of you, if you choose to make a decision to step away from a toxic situation, that will also be a positive. One other energy I'm loving this month is this. This is very much about power. It's about having a breakthrough of some sort, and definitely being very self-directed. And I love it. And, in the end, you are embodying the energy of the Empress. She really can create something out of nothing. She really, really is attractive to people. So I'm happy to see that this looks like a lot of things might get worked out this month, and that it ends on a positive note. And I will be checking in with you next month, and stay safe till then.